now to be joined by the voice of hockey in Toledo. He is Matt Melzak. And Matt, you last week, if you were with us last week, you played the part of therapist. You had to talk me off the ledge. We were talking about the Walleye had lost 3 in a row. Our best players are going up to Grand Rapids. It was looking like a horrible stretch. And then all of a sudden, what a difference a week makes. Winners of 3 in a row. What happened?
Well, first off, I appreciate it if you would call me Dr. Melzak, since I did fix all of your ills last week. Yeah. And I think one of the things that, I could have borrowed a quote from Aaron Rodgers or, I think a couple of years ago when he said, relax. I think people, there's flows to a hockey season. It's 72 games. Nobody's going to go 72-0. At least the last time I checked, it has not happened in modern times. It's not going to.
Right.
There's just too many things that happen over the course of a season. We saw a lot of those negatives that happened at Toledo the previous week. Well, all of a sudden, how things change in 1 week, and now Toledo's riding a 3-game winning streak.
Well, over the weekend we talked about the 3-game win streak, but I think the other subplot to that weekend was the comeback, the reunion, if you will, of Ben Wilson coming back, and obviously one of the most egregious things we've ever seen in hockey against Simone Denis. How did that play out?
Well, you know what? It was probably one of the most egregious things we've seen in sports. You just don't see that happen.
Yeah, should have been arrested.
Often.
He should have been arrested.
You just don't see that. And and from all reports about Ben Wilson, he's been a stand-up guy his entire career. He'll fight you. He's a tough guy. There's no question about that, but has never been a dirty player, quote unquote. And I had that incident, and from everyone that I've talked to, and I figured it wouldn't be a big issue. It was more so for the fans who were bullying him a lot when he touched the puck yesterday.
Rightly so.
They did, yes, absolutely. But you know what? To his credit, he talked to Simone Denis after the game, wanted to personally in face apologize to him and explain it to him, and Simone was, hey, it's over with now. Let's move on, and that's been kind of the case. That was kind of the storyline going into the game as well. Is, hey, you know what? I've kind of moved on from it. I mean, he served his time. I think the ECHL put down a pretty hefty penalty on him. It was only his 8th game of the season, so it's not like he's been playing all year. So I think there's some things there that you could say, okay, you know what? He's been penalized. He's served his time. Now we'll see how he goes forward with it.
Well, and I credit Simone Denis. I mean, we all know around here, great guy, charitable guy, does everything he can. A great testament to his character to be able to forgive him and move on. I mean, I thought, you would get memories of the old Red Wings Colorado Avalanche. I can't believe I shook his freaking hand memories, but not the case here.
No, not the case. And a lot of that has to do with just the character of Simone Denis.
Right.
He's just, you talk to him, and you have had that chance. Mm-hmm. I've done it for a number of times now over the last year and some. He's just the nicest human being on the planet.
Now
if
wait.
we could all be that nice, it'd be unbelievable.
But Matt, not to interrupt you, with that said, somebody wearing number 9 dropped the gloves over the weekend. What? This is the nicest guy in the world.
Here's why. Okay, a high hit from Atlanta on Shane Birchback, and he went to defend his teammate. Again, leads to the character that you have with Simone Denis, and why on certain jerseys he wears the A and is one of those guys that's looked at as part of a leadership group here in Toledo. It's because of plays like that. It's not that he's all of a sudden mean or anything like that. He's defending his teammate. Yeah. He didn't like what happened. It was a high hit. Probably should have been penalized. It was not, but he went after the guy from Atlanta. I'm blanking on his name right now, but man, you know what? That's what you do when you're a leader and you're someone that that needs to lead by that example. And you know what? He's not a fighter. He's not a guy that's ever going to be confused as being a heavyweight or anything of that nature.
He's not a Connor Crisp,
No, but he's not jumping in there, but you go in there and you do it anyway. And then there's a reason why, is because of the fact you're sticking up for your teammate. And in hockey, team is more important than anything else.
And anybody who can grow a mustache like him, I guess maybe the Chuck Norris just comes out of you when that happens. He is the voice of hockey in Toledo, Matt Melzak. We won't see you here for a while. Enjoy your holiday.
Same to you.
Enjoy your Christmas break, and we will see you next year.